Hello and good morning class 12 students. Today we will discuss the importance of planning. Okay. Before starting the session, let me give you a brief summary regarding the importance of planning. Why planning is so important before doing anything, before attempting a particular project, why proper planning is necessary. Basically, all business firms dream to be successful, increase their sales, and earn profits. However, dreams can be turned into reality only if business managers think in advance what to do and how to do it. These are those lines on which every manager have to think before attempting a particular area of success. Basically, this is the essence of planning, to decide upon what to do and how to do it. It is rigidly remarked. It is remarked somewhere that failing to plan is planning to fail. Failing to plan is planning to fail. No enterprise can achieve its objectives without systematic planning. That's why planning is important. Here I'll give you some of the key points or the importances on which you will prepare this particular topic, that why planning is so important, right? Number one thing is planning provides direction, right? Planning provides direction. That means by stating in advance what and how work it is to be done, planning provides direction to action. What is to be done, how it is to be done, that these are the things by thinking regarding what is to be done, how it is to be done, provides direction to the firm, to the firm's action, you can say, right? At the same time, planning ensures that objectives are clearly stated so that they act as a guideline for deciding what action to be taken and in which direction, right? It gives you surety about the objectives and goal and clearly states the direction. Ensures the objectives or goals clearly and provide direction, right? At the same time, since under planning objectives are well defined, employees are aware about what the organization has to do and what they must do to achieve these goals. Okay, employees are aware about what the organization is expecting from them. What is the right thing that they have to do about the achievement of goal, towards the achievement of goals. Okay, so employees get awareness about what is to be done by them to achieve goals. Not only employees, departments and individuals in the organization are able to work in coordination because of the knowledge of the proper direction. Okay, so departments and individuals work in coordination, means balance, because of planning. That is why planning provides direction. Okay, number one, by thinking regarding what is to be done, how it is to be done, then it provides direction to the firm's action, right? Ensure the objectives or goals clearly and provide direction. Then employees get awareness about what is to be done by them to achieve the goals. Okay, means the organization's expectation, or you can say what it desires from the employees. Then departments and individuals go hand in hand, work in coordination because of proper planning, right? This is the first point, that planning provides direction. Okay, it provides direction to the organizational efforts, each and every action. It provides direction to the objectives, towards the objectives. It provides direction to the employees, it provides direction to the departments, it provides coordination among them so that they can move in a proper way, proper direction, right? Second thing, after this, second thing is that planning reduces risk of uncertainty. Second point is planning reduces risk of uncertainty, right? Okay. Actually, planning is a process of thinking. It is based on assumption. Planning enables a manager to look ahead and anticipate changes, okay, by deciding in advance the task to be performed. Planning shows the way to deal with changes and uncertain events. Right? So what things we have to consider under this point, that how planning reduces risk of uncertainty? Number one thing, that planning enables a manager to look ahead and anticipate changes. Okay? Helps in looking ahead and anticipate or assume the changes happening in the environment. Changes means business environment, changes in the business environment. Okay. Secondly, by deciding in advance the task to be performed, planning shows the way to deal with changes and uncertainties. Okay. By deciding in advance the task to be performed, okay, by planning in advance, right? By planning in advance or deciding in advance the task to be performed, okay? By deciding in advance regarding the task to be performed, right? And planning shows the ways to deal with changes. Planning shows the ways to deal with changes and uncertainties, or you can say uncertain events, right? At the same time, you can say that thus planning helps in reducing the risk of uncertainty by preparing forecast, okay? However, you can also say that planning only anticipates, not eliminates the changes or uncertainties. It cannot prevent problems, but it can prevent them, predict them. It cannot prevent the problems, but it can predict them and prepare supportive plans, contingency plans to deal with them. Okay. Number one thing, planning reduces the risk of uncertainties by preparing forecast. Okay. Helps in reducing the risk of uncertainty by forecast. Okay. Planning helps. Planning cannot. Okay. Should write planning prevent okay, planning cannot prevent uncertainty, right? It cannot eliminate them, okay? It can predict them, okay? It can anticipate them, okay? But it can predict them and prepare contingency plan. Cannot prevent uncertainty or risk, but can prepare contingency plans to deal with risk, right? So number one, planning is looking ahead. Planning is looking ahead and anticipate changes. Okay? By deciding in advance regarding the task to be performed, planning shows the ways to deal with changes, okay, and uncertain events. Okay? It can think in advance what action to be taken if that particular uncertainty or risk will arise. Okay? It helps in reducing the risk of uncertainty by forecast, right? By forecasting, by assumption, by anticipation. Okay? Any word you can use instead of forecast also. Forecast is also good word. Okay? Planning cannot prevent uncertainty or risk, but it can prepare contingency. Contingency means support plans, supportive plans. Okay? Emergency plans to deal with the risk or uncertainty, right? So this is what is the second point is about, right? Then third point we have to learn is planning facilitates decision making. Okay? Planning facilitates decision making. At the time when we were discussing the steps of planning process, we discussed this thing also, that there are lot many alternatives available to deal with a particular problem or to do a particular task, but planning enables us or managers to decide upon one best method of doing the thing. Okay, so in this way you can say that planning helps in decision making, that you have to decide. Planning helps in decision making in the way that it helps in providing you the analysis of each and every alternative available by providing pros and cons, positivity and negativity of each alternative. Okay, and in the process, the particular alternative which is having least number of negative points and most number of positive points, that alternative usually managers used to select. Okay, so planning helps the managers to look into the future and make a choice from amongst the various alternative course of action. Okay, what number one thing, that planning helps the managers to look into the future. Okay, helps the managers to look into the future. Okay, one thing, at the same time, and make choice amongst the various alternatives available, and make choice amongst the various alternatives available. Okay, that means to accomplish a particular thing, you are having lot many alternatives or the ways to reach that particular goal. Okay, planning provides you to look into future in the way that the managers has to evaluate the positive and negative aspect of each alternative, okay, the manager has to evaluate the positive and negative points, you can say, okay, you can say the aspects, the factors, okay, aspects of each alternative, okay. Then what will happen by finding out or evaluating the positive and negative aspect of each alternative? Okay, the managers will come to know which alternative is most suitable. On the basis of suitability, the manager will select the most suitable or feasible, profitable plan with least negative consequences. Okay, and select the most visible and profitable plan, okay, for the which is having least or negative, which is least or which is with least negative consequences, right? So in this way, planning involves setting targets, predicting future condition, thus helps in proper decision making. Okay, involves selecting target, predicting future conditions. In the process, selecting, right, selecting target and predicting the future conditions and predicting, forecasting, assumption, okay, predicting future conditions and accordingly the decisions have to be taken, right? So how planning helps in facilitating decision making? Number one, by it helps the managers to look into the future and make choice amongst the various alternatives available. Okay, when we are having many alternatives, we will have to evaluate them on the basis of their positive and negative aspects, okay, and select the most feasible and profitable plan which is with least negative consequences, which is having least negative aspects. That particular alternative we will select as our main plan, and in this process selecting target is one thing, predicting future is another thing. Thus planning helps in deciding the action or helps in decision making, right? So these are the 3 points. Please note down these points, then we will discuss the 4th point. Right? So these are the 3 points. Okay. Now we'll move to the 4th point. 4th point of importance is that planning reduces the overlapping and wasteful activities. Overlapping and wasteful activities. Overlapping means duplication of activities. Wasteful activities, unnecessary activities. Right? Overlapping means duplicate activities, okay, doubling of activities, okay, and wasteful activities means unnecessary activities. So planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. Let us discuss. Fourth point, planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. Right? So, planning reduces overlapping. What I am telling is overlapping means duplicate activities, doubling of activities. Okay, wasteful activities means unnecessary activities. Right? You just think in a very simple manner. If you had done or a particular manager has done planning or proper planning, then there is no chance of duplication of activities. Okay, there will be no unnecessary activity. Why? Because planning serves as the basis of coordinating the activities and efforts of different divisions, departments and individuals. It helps in avoiding confusion and misunderstanding. Confusion and misunderstanding relating to what is to be done, how it is to be done, who is to do it. Okay, everybody is aware about their work. Everybody is having proper understanding about the action plan, the sequence of action, okay, the sequence of activities or the steps. So there is no any confusion. Okay, since planning ensures clarity in thoughts, okay, as well as in actions. So work is carried on smoothly, without interruption, without any obstacle, right? Useless activities, wasteful activities are minimized, or you can say sometimes it is eliminated. Okay, it is easier to direct the inefficiencies and take corrective action to deal with them. If there will be inefficiency, so planning provides us a contingency or a supportive plan to deal with that particular inefficiency. We are having, that manager is having a contingency plan to deal with the inefficiency. Okay, at the same time, okay, automatically that manager will take the action regarding how to deal with the inefficiency. Okay, and will correct it. And the work will come again on smooth lines without any interruption. Okay, so what things you have to note down? That number one, planning serves as the basis of coordinating the activities and efforts of different departments. Okay, helps in coordinating activities of different departments, divisions and individuals, right? By clarifying them, it helps in avoiding confusion and misunderstanding. It helps in avoiding confusion and misunderstanding by clearly stating the actions of each and everyone. Right? So I have made it clear to you that it helps in avoiding confusion and misunderstanding. How? By clearly stating the actions of each and everyone. Okay? By clarifying this thing, that what is to be done, how it is to be done, who is to do it. Okay? So planning ensures clarity in thoughts and action. Okay? When work is carried on smoothly without interruption. Okay? Helps in smooth function without interruption. Okay, there is no any hurdle when you are clear or the manager is clear in all the plans. Okay, so there will be no confusion. Useless and wasteful activities are minimized or eliminated. It is easier to direct inefficiencies and take corrective actions. Okay, useless, or you can write helps in dealing with inefficiency by minimizing useless and unnecessary activities. Thus, it reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. Right? Wherever needed, corrective actions to deal with them. Okay? Are taken to deal with them. Right? I think it is clear. Right. Fine. Please note down. Right? Now the fifth point. Okay? Fifth point is planning promotes innovative ideas. Okay? Okay, planning promotes innovative ideas. How planning promotes? Actually, there are many things are there. Basically, innovation is related with creativity or thinking beyond the usual lines. Okay, planning is thinking in advance. What to do, how to do it. Therefore, new ideas can take the shape of a particular main plan or concrete plan. Okay, thus planning is closely connected with creativity and innovation. Okay, number one thing, planning is thinking in advance what to do, how it is to do, how to do it. Okay, planning involves thinking. Okay, planning involves thinking, or it is the process of thinking, right? Thinking in advance. What is to be done, how it is to be done, okay, and many things. Planning is closely related with innovation and creativity of new ideas, new ideas take the place of main plan or concrete plan. Okay, so these are the points which you can write under this particular heading, that it involves thinking. Okay, that planning is thinking in advance what to do, how it is to be done. Okay, how to do it. Okay, how it is to be done. Okay, then it is the process which is closely related with innovation and creativity, right? It shapes the concrete plan into action. New ideas used to come, new ideas take place of main plan or concrete plan, right? Please note down. Right? Noted? Now the last point of this topic is that planning establishes standards for controlling. Okay? Right? So, what is the process? Planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and then controlling. Right? So, planning serves as the basis for controlling. Okay? Basically, what happens when we used to do the planning, or the managers used to do the planning, they establish certain standards, okay, for the actual performance, okay, on the basis of which a comparison used to be established while doing the controlling of activities, okay. And if there is certain deviation, so that deviations come because of the difference between the actual performance, or you can say standard performance, and the actual performance, standard performance and the actual performance, right? So these differences are deviation, and once the standards are fixed, everybody have to work for those standards, right? So planning provides the standards against which actual performance is measured. Okay, planning provides standards against which actual performance is measured. Okay, you can assume that there is one balance. Okay, okay, and one place is for standard performance, one place is for actual performance, right? Both should be equal, balanced. Okay, both should be equal. If there is some deviation, okay, that means if actual performance is more or standard performance is less, okay, or standard performance is not equal to the actual performance, then certainly this gap is called deviation. Deviation means difference between actual performance and standard performance. Okay, whenever there are certain standard deviations, controlling used to take the remedial actions, or it used to take corrective actions to make it equal. Okay, but first planning have to set the standards for controlling, right? So planning provides standards against which actual performance is measured, right? Second thing is what I am telling you, how you will write in the key points. A comparison of actual performance with these standards helps the manager to identify the deviations. Okay, so the difference or between the actual performance and planned performance or standard performance, you can also write, right? Make the manager to find out the deviation. According to the deviations from standard performance, managers take the necessary corrective actions, right? So planning provides the standards, number one, against which the actual performance is measured. Okay, then the difference between the actual performance and planned performance make the manager to find out that how much deviation is there, the deviation. According to the deviation from the standard, okay, managers used to take necessary corrective action. Okay, thus planning is the basis for, okay, or you can say prerequisite for controlling. Okay, so planning is prerequisite. Okay, prerequisite you can write, or you can write the basis. Okay, basis for, okay, that means if you want a proper control system in your organization, you must be having proper standards, okay, planned standards against which you can find out who is performing according to these standards. Okay, then only you will be able to find out the deviations, and then only you will be able to take the corrective action, and then you will be able to maintain the control system in the organization of man, machine, material, tool, everything, right? So these are what are the 6 importances of planning, right? I hope you understood all these points. Okay, even then, if you are having any question, query, any type of thing which you want to know more, or you want more clarity on anything, you are always free to make a comment. Okay, write to me, call me, so that I can be able to solve your queries. Till then, goodbye, take care, keep learning, keep revising. Thank you very much.